Hello everybody, welcome back to another video on the channel, Mr. Football Loons, and today we are doing Game Week 28 predictions of the Barclays Premier League. Now we are back in the football talking, no more of that arc for today, but there should be another arc video going tomorrow. But enough of that, let's get on to the 5th of March, Leicester City home against Leeds United. I'm going to say 2-1 to Leicester. Now yes, I always do back up Leicester recently, but I've kind of lost hope. I mean, they lost to Wolves last. They're not on the greatest of forms. They're in 13th, you know. But they're home in this game. They're against a club that are in a massive relegation battle. And can I say, Leeds, the owner, or the board, has sacked Marco Bielsa. Yes, I know Marco Bielsa didn't make a good January transfer window. In my opinion, he should have really got maybe like a CDM and a striker to replace Patrick Bamford and Kieran Phillips temporarily, obviously, but also giving them that backup choice as well, which is really good. I think he could at least made 2, maybe even 3 signings, maybe even a centre back as well, but he didn't. He lost his last 4 games, conceding like 10 plus goals in the last 4 games, not doing very well. Also losing 3-0 to Everton, who are in the same state of form. They've sacked their manager as well. The fact that away they've sacked their manager, they've been conceding loads. The thing is, in my opinion, Marco Bielsa should have stayed. I know, poor form from Leeds, and I think it was a bad decision that he didn't make any signings in January. But, you know, when he played Tottenham, they got 19 shots. It's just, they need that bit of boost from, I think, 3 more players, and they got this in the bag, in my opinion. You know, the league, but poor Marco Bielsa's gone. That's going to bring a lot of negativity, and Leicester on poor form, they're going to be really wanting this, and I think it will be a win to Leicester. Moving on, Burnley home against Chelsea. I'm going to say 1-1. Now, last time these teams did clash, and they did draw 1-1. Burnley are playing today against Leicester, I believe, and I don't know what that's going to be. I'm not going to predict it today, but drew their last game against Chelsea last time they played. Chelsea, they seem to be drawing a lot. They only just about got a win against Crystal Palace. You know, just at the end. It's kind of concerning. But Burnley, they're home in this game. They've been really pushing. You know, they were last, now they're 18th. Especially after that striker signing. Very, very good. But, yeah, it just seems like a draw right there. Moving on, Aston Villa home against Southampton. I am going to say 1-0. Now, originally I actually had Southampton winning this. They do have a very good side. James Ward-Prowse in the middle of that midfield, you know, his free kicks is absolutely astonishing. And the way he plays, his positioning, and also his balls that he puts into the box, absolutely beautiful. Lovely crosses into the box. He's done so many assists. He's a good free kick taker. He's all round great player for Southampton. And Southampton doing very well with a 2-0 win over Norwich. They also won against Spurs not too long ago. But they are doing really well, and they're in top 10. But Aston Villa, they have Steven Gerrard. You know, he's signed Coutinho as well. They also got some good players as well. You know, in the summer they made 3 good signings. But we already know about that. And Aston Villa also home. I think also that Southampton usually draws games. I just think 1-1 is reasonable, especially that they're pretty reasonably matched. Moving on, Norwich City home against Brentford. I'm going to say 1-0 Brentford. Now, yes, Brentford aren't on the greatest of form. They lost 2-0 against Newcastle with a sending off. I've seen the highlights of that sending off, and I think it should have at least been a yellow. I think the sending off was reasonable. Could have really hurt the person's ankle that he fouled on. But the reason why I'm saying 1-0 is because I think they're going to have so much determination because they are fighting for their lives. I think that red card really didn't put Brentford in a good position last game. That red card is probably a big reason why they didn't at least get a goal against Newcastle or a point. And I think this time they've got a fresh start. Norwich, Brentford, both crucial games for relegation battle. But because of Brentford's good start, and also Christian Eriksen's there. Don't know how good he played against Newcastle when he came on. But if he does play, he might boost them. It might give them happiness. And against Dean Smith, it is going to be pretty hard. But Brentford, They can hold in there. I believe in them. Moving on, Newcastle United home against Brighton. 2-1 Newcastle. Now, yes, I might be completely biased, but Newcastle past 7 games haven't lost. Brentford past 3 games have lost all of them. And Newcastle also home. They're in really good positive spirit. Brighton are in 10th. You know, they're starting to drop off. I just think it could be a seriously close game. Really close game. A seriously close game. It could easily be a draw. It could easily be 3 points for Brighton. Just because Newcastle's form and everything is going their way. So I'm going to say 2-1. Moving on, Wolverhampton Wanderers against Crystal Palace. I'm going to say 1-1. Now, Crystal Palace, again, is one of those teams that draw. They have recently drew against Burnley, only just about losing against Chelsea as well in recent form. But in this game, really, Wolves are a very good team. They won against Leicester, which is great, keeping Leicester from their top 6 football from the past 2 years, which they have slacked this year. But they're home. I think I would give Wolves the win, but they lost against West Ham. And I know West Ham are in that top half of the table, you know, top 6. But I think Wolves are better than West Ham, honestly. I think West Ham should really fall off. I don't think they should really be in that top 6. I still think they are going to fall off. But Wolves, I think they can hold in there. Crystal Palace, they're doing pretty well. 1-1. Moving on, Liverpool versus West Ham United. I'm going to go 3-0 Liverpool. I mean, if it wasn't for their mess start of the season, I would say they would win it. But because Man City had a great start to see, well, not really, but they're currently in first by 6 points. I just think Man City have got us in the bag. I don't think they're going to win the league, but I think Liverpool are going to try everything that they got. Especially that the 3 top goal scorers in the Premier League are apparently all Liverpool players, which is crazy. And I think it'll be 3-0. It'll be really, really tough game for West Ham. I'll be very surprised if they even get a point in this game. Sorry, West Ham fans, but I don't. You're a solid team, but Liverpool, what they're doing at the moment, they're a great side, and they can easily beat West Ham. Moving on to the whole new day, 6th of March, Watford are home against Arsenal. I'm going to say 1-0 Watford. Shockingly, I am saying Watford to actually win this, especially their inconsistency and the fact they're also in the relegation zone. Now, Arsenal, they got an amazing goalkeeper, Ramsdale. He is a pretty good goalkeeper, and they also kind of like rebuilt their side. They've made their side quite younger, now getting rid of Aubameyang for, I believe, a year over to Barcelona just about in time. But that's just crazy. They kind of made this side much younger now. They're probably one of the youngest sides in the Premier League. But I think they will finish top 6. I was saying 7th all the time, but I think the way they're playing and the fact that Leicester aren't competing there, I think they will be able to just about squeeze into that 6th place. But Watford, they're home. They've got everything to fight for. Arsenal in a comfortable position. I think Arsenal would play really well in this game. You know, dominate the game. But I think Watford will get that sneaky goal because they do have 3 good players. They got Ben Foster in goal, absolute class. Up front, Denise and Sarr. Those are pretty much 3 players, the only 3 players I know. And I know they are pretty decent. So that's who I'm naming here. But I think finally they are going to get a win. They obviously did get a win against Aston Villa. I know on decent form they're starting to, you know, get up there. And I think I'm just going to go for that shocking win. Moving on, Manchester City home against Manchester United. I'm going to say 3-2 to Manchester City. Now, I was tempted to go 2-2, but I believe last time when it was the Manchester derby, I said something like 0-0. But this time, I'm going to go 3-2 Man City. They have got quite a bit to fight for, and the fact that Man United are drawing against the likes of Burnley, Watford, Newcastle recently, they draw a lot of games. I think Man City have just about got this, but I think Man United give all their go. The fact that Man City are first, in my opinion, they've got quite a bit better side. Man City will win it. Moving on to a whole new day. The last game, Tottenham Hotspurs are home against Everton, 7th of March, on a Monday. I'm going to say Tottenham to win it 2-0. In my opinion, they've got this in the bag. They're home. Everton, poor form. Tottenham, very good form, winning against Manchester City. Thrashing Leeds. it looks like just the perfect score there. That will be the end of my video. Hopefully you can like and subscribe, and always remember to turn on notifications to never miss one of my fantastic YouTube videos. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.